Right, I've got the other water break on the bench now. This is the, well, from as far as I can see, the good one. I've got the other one completely dismantled, as you know. I've just got that shaft back in there to keep it as it's meant to be, and a big pot of O-rings. You wouldn't believe how many O-rings there are in a water break. We're having real trouble sourcing a seal, a mechanical seal for the front edge there to keep the water out of the bearings. We just can't seem to find, no one seems to be able to help me with what, I'm pretty sure I know which kind we need, but then nobody seems to sell it with a 2-inch shaft. I'm going to strip down this one with the, hopefully get this one apart complete, drop the centre cartridge out with the shaft still in, and the seal should be in the end of it, provided this one's not shot. But the bearings in this one are good, so I'm hoping that maybe this one isn't going to be shot, so I've got something I can look at. That's my hope anyway. Right, got the drive hub off, so I'm just pulling the support bearing off now. Right, got the support bearing off there now, so I've just slackened this collar which holds the back housing on. So that one there just was a small Allen in there that just locks it, just slacken that one, and the locking ring comes right off, which leaves you with the end of your centre core and obviously your housing for your heat exchanger. So I'm going to slacken your 4 studs now, and this end housing will come right off, he says. Right, got the heat exchanger off now, it's down there. Now I need to take the central cylinder out and see if we can get it out without touching the seal on the end. I want to leave it all intact if I can. Right, I've just pulled the stator housing off, came off very easily. It's amazing how easily you can take things apart once you've already taken one apart and you know how it comes apart. This one's going a lot smoother. It's looking like this seal is intact, so this is the problem on the other one. So you've got your rotor housing on the front here, so obviously this area here is full of water. The inlet water actually comes in here and runs through the out and then through the centre of the rotor. Obviously your bearings are housed in the centre cartridge here, and there's a mechanical seal here. And the idea of that is to stop the water going back there. In the event that you do get a bit of water go back there, because you always get a bit of a drip on a mechanical seal, it's allowed to drain through these holes, but you should obviously certainly not have any volume of water ending up in there. This one I'm hoping is still good, and I'm hoping I can remove it to a degree that I can see what kind of seal we've got here, because I'm struggling to find a replacement. Right, okay, so this is the basic working of the mechanical seal. So this part here is on your shaft. As you can see, there's an O-ring on the inside, so water can't come through the inside, and obviously on the end here you can see the white material, that's a ceramic material. And then on the housing side here you've got the seal which is sealed into the housing, and then you've got the ceramic lip. The 2 ceramic lips sit on top of each other, and that's what creates your seal. And if you look closely, I don't know if the camera can really pick it up, but this seal here is spring loaded. There's some little small wave springs underneath which keeps constant pressure upon the 2 ceramic surfaces, and it relies on the water itself just to form a super thin film of lubricant between the two, which prevents leakage. Right, so I'm just welding up the stator out of the second brake. This is the worst one. As you can see, it was pretty bad. Well, I showed you in a previous video. Really worn right off. So I'm just building it up with the MIG. This is far from ideal. And then I'll grind it back to the original shape using a grinder. And we should get plenty of years of life out of it, hopefully. As you can see, it's separated in there as well. I'm going to have to weld all those fins back on. Right, well, you've probably never seen such a lash up in your life, but I've welded around the perimeter, and all the veins that are sort of worn through, almost worn through, I've welded up or thickened up. So we should get some, well, that should be near enough. I need to grind it all flush again, but I'm hoping that's pretty much built up to where it was originally. So we should get a good brake effect from that again, almost as it was when it was new. It doesn't look pretty, but it'll do the job. Right, I've just welded this section here back on. Sadly we broke it off when we were stripping the brake down. Our own fault really, we didn't know how it came apart and we were putting a lot of force on that mounting lug there and it broke off, so I've just welded it on and flattened it back. I haven't quite finished flattening it back yet, but hopefully that'll be alright. Obviously it's cast, it's not ideal. Working what we've got here, I'm pretty sure that's going to be alright. It's just whether or not it's 100% sealed, we might have to touch it up, but it's looking pretty good, so I'm hoping that'll be alright.
Right, we're just trying out a bit of electrolysis on these rotor housings. Just thought I'd stick them in and just give this thing a go. I've never tried it before. For anyone that doesn't know, it's basically an electrical process of removing rust. So we've got it in there, you can see it's bubbling away. So I'll leave that go while I'm working on other things today and we'll just see what happens.
Right, I changed the design slightly. I don't think those rods were really a big enough surface area. So I've just dropped in a brake disc. I know it looks brand new, that's because it is. But I don't need it, I don't even know what it's for. I think I've got a bit much current coming through it now because it is literally bubbling.